All right, so here's my Privateer161, and you see I have some bird wheels on here, Hawk 27s. I didn't originally intended these wheels for this bike, but they're on this bike now, so it is what it is. So last night I put in the Victoria airliner lights. So these are pretty. The reason why I got these is because they're only 45 grams. I think 45 grams or 55 grams. Oh, excuse me, 55 grams. At least they claim 55 grams. I actually didn't weigh them, so I don't know. But so it's probably more or less 55 grams. Then I also put in some Continental Kryptotals. Because before that I had some. What do they call? Valiums or something like that. Anyways, I forgot what the company is, but anyways, some other trail tires, and they were great when they were new, but after 50 miles they just started to degrade, and you can see the knobs on them starting to starting to rip and just tear apart. So I didn't like that. That's why they were kind of cheap tires, right? Budget tires. Anyways, so we'll see how these Continentals do. So I got the Kryptotal front for the front and Kryptotal rear for the rear. So let's see, Kryptotal rear, right? And this side is Kryptotal front. So front and rear. So it's funny thing about these boxes. So I'm not sure why this one has a hexagon and this one is just a square or a cube. So I'm not sure what that's about, but both these tires are made in China. They're not made in Germany. I think when they first came out, they were made in Germany, but now they're made in China. But it should be fine, because the China factory is actually it's Continental's factory. It's not Continental. They didn't subcontract it out to another company to make it for them. So they actually have a factory in China. So we'll see how these tires go. And these are the 2.4s, front and rear. I was debating to get 2.6, but I'm like, nah, 2.4 is fine since I'm gonna be using the liner. And this is the first time I've ever used the liners. I've always steered away from them. I want to see how they work. And because this is a enduro bike, more travel. 160 in the rear, 170 in the front. I want to see. I want to stick with the 2.4s. It's a little bit faster, a little lighter, faster rolling. And I'm not that good of a rider anyways, so I don't need anything beefier than these ones. So maybe to help, because they are a little bit narrower, 2.4s instead of 2.6. And that's actually what this bike came with, was 2.6 Schwalbe. Was it Schwalbe? I think they were Schwalbe. But whatever the case, they were 2.6, the original tires. But that's just too heavy for me. It's like, man, that heavy, and there's a lot of rolling resistance. These ones have a little bit less, and you can see the reason why is you see the knobs. See how it has that. It's not just straight up and down like the rear of the knob is, but the front of the knob has that angle, so that way it could roll a little smoother. Same thing with the back too. So this one has what, three twos, right? The backs are just two twos, but they still have that angle. So that's the reason why they roll smooth. So yeah, these are the Kryptotals 2.4s, and obviously they're brand new. I haven't ridden them yet, so I'm probably gonna ride them sometime in this week or so. And we'll see. Again, never tried airliners before, and the reason why I never use airliners before, because I look at them, they just way too much. They're like, all of them are like 100 plus grams. That's basically a quarter pound. You're putting a quarter pound of rotational mass. That's a lot of weight. Well, these ones are only 55 grams, so that's a lot less. Let me see. 452 grams, I believe, is a pound. So basically 110 grams is about a quarter pound. And yeah, and basically all the other liners, as far as I know, for mountain bikes, they're all above 110 grams. Some of them are like, I think they're closer to like 150 or so. And these ones are really light. So, and they're meant for cross country, not for enduro. But I'm using it as a trail bike, not a enduro bike. Long travel trail bike, because I'm not good enough to realistically, I'm not really good enough to ride this bike. But when you oval bike like this, it makes it more forgiving. So when you make mistakes or you do stuff that's that on another bike, because you don't have the skill levels, this is more forgiving. So it'll save your ass. So that's why I got this bike to save my ass. But anyways, yeah. So that's my most current update on my Privateer 161. And I really like this bike. This bike rides really nice, and it climbs really well too. The only disadvantage when I climb this compared to my 141 is that I can feel the weight, even with these bird wheels. These bird wheels are definitely lighter, but the bike itself, I can feel the weight, and also because it has more travel, that also kind of takes up some of your energy as well, right? Your pedaling energy. But anyways, yeah. So that's my most current setup. We'll see how it goes again in a few days when I go take a ride on this setup I have right now.